So the Mentors De Anza program is literally what it sounds like. It's a pure mentorship program. So it's usually going to be experienced De Anza students helping new De Anza students. So you can be start like beginner, first year, like just enter De Anza kind of thing, or you could be here almost for half a year or a year and you're still really not sure. You've got your footing here, you're not sure about the next step. And so that's why we're trying to create this program. And so right now we're in the really early stages. It's going to be rolled out in fall 2020, so very soon. But we're working on like requirements and training for mentors, which is a big part, and as well as like putting up our website and getting people who might want to be mentored. And so the two of us, you've got ICC and DSB working on it, so it's going to work. So it's Yutong and me.
Hi, I'm Yutong. All right. Do you want to read that quotation?
Yes.
Explain what it means to you.
I love this quotation. The idea of knowledge as cumulative, a ladder or a tower of stones rising higher and higher, existed only as one possibility amongst many. For several hundred years, scholars of scholarship have considered that there might be, like dwarves, seeing farther by standing on the shoulders of giants, but they tended to believe more in rediscovery than in progress. And like, yeah, it's a very long, complicated thing, but basically what it means is people before us have done all that we are going through right now. Firstly, people have been through De Anza in their second year. They've done the application process. They know how to get good applications and look good on a transcript. But more than that, we're talking about like 10 years ago, people have done it and they know how to do it. And so what this program is for you not to rediscover that wheel or try to create that training on your own and spend hundreds of hours on, the internet trying to find who did it, how were they successful, where did they go, that kind of thing. And so the entire point of the program is to get that knowledge to you so that you can go even further.
And I want to add on to that. So what this quotation says to me is that it says support. If I were to sum it up in one word, it'd be support. And I think that's really necessary, especially through like the scary convoluted tertiary education system. And knowledge, as much as it can be new to you, it's not new knowledge. Somebody has had this knowledge before, and sharing it honestly is just energy efficient, which is getting things done. It's being passed down from one to the next. And we want mentors to be there to support you. Okay, so what is mentoring? The biggest things about mentoring is that there are connections that we want to form between a mentor and our mentees. And the purpose of our mentors are to be able to, as I said earlier, support our mentees. We want to have our mentors impact our mentees in a positive way, building up their life and helping them help guide them down a specific path. So the definition of mentor here is someone who builds leadership. They are creative in the way that they help others, and they are giving back to their community. A mentee is someone who is on the receiving end of the advice that their mentor may have. And you often, statistically speaking, mentees do see improvements in their academic, social, and economic prospects. So it might impact you now, it will impact you now, but you're also going to see the results of mentorship further down the line. And I really like the last sentence at the end there. This means that every mentorship matters, because every relationship that we build matters, and every encounter that we have with each other and the support that we can give each other is going to make a difference.
So if anyone was, and I'm guessing a lot of us were at the gala, the leadership gala, and you remember all those shout outs, even to people we didn't actually directly work with, and you might not have even thought that that was considered mentoring, but that is mentoring. People I've never worked with telling me I matter and that they care about my work, that's so important. And so we're trying to build that here. So this is just a lot of information. I have a few slides of it. I think I was expecting some faculty, but because, and I will be showing this to faculty, that's why it's here. But it's basically that there is a lot of research backing up mentorship, peer mentorship specifically. 90% of students who are mentored go on to become mentors. And so to us, that means our program can be self-sustaining. We can have people come in as mentors and learn the process, learn how that is, learn how they feel and how it impacts them. And then eventually 80 to 90% of them will become mentors. So, that just keeps going on, and we're building on it. They'll learn new things that we didn't even think about when we created the training, and they'll make it even better.
I like the way you said it's a process that keeps going on. It's self-sufficient because the knowledge that you gain as a mentee is knowledge that you can continue to pass on as a mentor. You're saying something. I'm sorry I cut you off.
Oh no, I was just saying, so these statistics, I can send these out. There's no need to look carefully at them. The point is that it has a lot of effects in real society, and you can go to the next slide. Just in a community college setting where you do have people from diverse backgrounds, socioeconomic, racial, and cultural, it's becoming really important now to find ways that positively impact the number of students that will go on to higher education, that will go on to, firstly, not dropping out of classes at De Anza, and secondly, going on to the next step of your two-year university, the four-year university. And so these are just research to show it really works. It really does help. And we need a program like this at De Anza.
And what I like about these facts that you put up here is that we have both facts that support the closing of opportunity gaps and achievement gaps, as well as the mental support that having a mentor can help with you. So it's not just you're building up your grades. Your grades are improving, but your psychological health, like your morale, it's all building at the same time. All right. So if you guys are here looking to be mentors, here are just some benefits that you could gain from being mentors. So whilst you are giving back to other people, you are growing personally, internally. I think some of the key ones are definitely improving leadership and communication skills, because we are a social being. We live in a society where we are always expected to be able to lead a project, lead someone somewhere, and we're expected to be able to express how we feel and communicate. And being a mentor is an opportunity for you to learn those skills, to fine-tune those skills and perfect them, so that these are tools in your tool bag that you can continue and carry with you throughout the rest of your life. Karina, any additions? I just highlighted one point because that's one of the biggest attractive points for me.
Right. I mean, I see so many, and I think you can even just guess what it would be. It's that personal satisfaction. It's, you get to see people from very diverse walks of life that you might not have experience with. And I think it makes you kinder, trying to be empathetic to other people like that. And it's actually something I've gained just being at De Anza or ICC. And I think the ASB senators feel it too right now. You have to put yourself in someone else's place and try to solve a problem that seems so big. And in doing so, you learn so much. So there's a lot to mentoring that would be great.
Okay, and these are more benefits for colleges. Yeah. So if this was for faculty, they'd be very swayed by the fact that we are building stronger communities at the college. You know, we are turning out, not even turning out because that sounds too factory-like. We are crafting strong-willed individuals who will be able to be an important asset to society. Okay, so
this is just the rollout. It's coming in fall 2020. You can sign up to be a mentor mentee, but you can also sign up if you want to be a mentor and you want to be like a senior mentor, you want to be part of creating the training and the program itself, then you're more than welcome to join us for that. So this is just looking closer at peer mentoring and why we might need this program, and what basically as a mentee, what the benefits might be for you. And that's specifically, I don't know if you guys have the experience of going to the Student Transfer Center or anywhere else where they're supposed to help you map out your path at De Anza, and finding that the information is lacking. It's not personalized. You get like a printout of assist.org, and that's not quite as helpful as you want it to be. Sometimes if you say, I want to go to UCLA or UC Berkeley, there's nothing more specialized information than if you say, I want to go to UC San Diego or San Jose State, you get the same information. And so there's stuff that can be personalized and helpful that a peer mentorship program can offer, especially when it is with a student who's getting into these places or already dealing with these places. You also get very specialized information about clubs and stuff that only experienced De Anza students can give you. I mean, there's no professor or faculty who can be like, yeah, these clubs are very, very active. They're going to get you this. They're going to give you this information. That's not something anyone's going to know except a De Anza student. And then there's also opportunities on campus, a lot of them where we find, so there are lots of programs and some of them work and some of them are a lot quieter or they don't function quite as well and stuff. And again, a program like this will let you know which ones to aim for.
And the word experience comes up quite a few times here. And I think experience is definitely a very personal thing. So when you talk to someone else about their experience, they're sharing everything that they've lived through, that they've learned from. So this isn't a prescription for how your time at De Anza should be, how you are going to get into the top universities. This is someone working with you, seeing your strengths and your weaknesses, building you up and your weaknesses, and helping tailor a path that you can take in order to build your own experience and have your personalized journey in your education. Okay, so I'll do this one. So there are 3 parts of the program as a mentor. So as Karina said at the beginning of this, we want to be able to pair up more experienced students, such as, second years with first years, in order for the second years to shed some insight, shed some light on everything they've learned during their time at De Anza. So what we want to do is that we want to have an orientation booklet. So this is like a condensed, distilled information tab, information collection of everything that would be available to a De Anza students. We understand that the website is a resource that people are able to look through, but as a new student, everything's overwhelming. Everything's new. There are acronyms, there are programs, there are services being thrown at you, and it's really hard to know where to start from. So an orientation booklet would be a one-stop shop. You look for, I want leadership. Where can I go? ICC, DASB, student trustee, and all the different other programs that you can be involved in. And we also want to have panel discussions where we are trying to look for former De Anza students who have transferred out to different four-year universities, for them to speak about their experiences, for them to answer your questions, so that you're able to get insight from people who have walked this path, have been in and left De Anza successfully. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. You do a great job. And the panel discussions, we're going to have 2 different kinds. We're going to split it into private and public schools, so you can very much tailor what you want. And I think that will be a lot more helpful for students.
Do you want to go over mentor requirements?
Yeah. So this is still a work in progress. We do want to open this up to as many communities as possible. But at the moment, the biggest requirement is sign up, and then we will set up a Zoom with you. Because we do want students who are, driven and passionate and excited to do this job, not to add it to an application. There is a lot to be gained from mentoring, but you have to be committed. Then there's obviously a 3.0 GPA requirement. Minimum work hours is about 4 hours a week, which will include things like meetings with the mentors, then maybe a meeting with a mentee, and then maybe group mentoring or workshops, because those are all things we would do, including the panels. Then mentorship training would be across your first quarter. I don't know if anyone's taken tutor training, but it's like a 6-week thing, 1 hour each week. And that's kind of the way we're going to be doing it as well. And then the commitment we're hoping for is 3 quarters, with summer quarter being optional.
Mm-hmm. So I just had a thought right now when you're talking about the interviews. And I think the fact that we have interviews, that we are checking who wants to be mentors, can help. Mentees will be able to rest assured that we are looking for people who are highly capable, who are dedicated, and who truly want to help their mentees. So this isn't just as Karina said, a line that you can add onto your transcript. This is a commitment, it's a dedication, and it is something that you want to throw yourself into.
Yep. So it's short and sweet. Our entire point is connecting students, brand new or otherwise, with information on how to succeed at De Anza and how to go on to your next step.
Mm-hmm. And when we're building this presentation, Karina talked about really liking the graphic on the right, because everybody's working together to build a ladder. And I'm assuming that the top of that ladder is the ultimate goal, whatever your goal is. And we're all here to support you. We're building you up, and we're passing each other the baton. We're passing each other the pieces, and that's everyone coming together.